About a year ago, we did a video talking about how T-Mobile home internet was the best internet for RV life. We're about to retract that. Hi, I'm Felix.
And I'm Cindy.
In 2019, we sold everything and moved into our RV full-time.
Since then, we've been traveling the country following my nursing contracts. On this channel, we hope to help others find their path to full-time RV living. We are the Roaming Gomes.
Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new around here, I'm Felix.
I'm Cindy.
We are the Roaming Gomes. And we've been here almost a month now, or just about a month.
Yep.
And I got to tell you, we are falling in love with Cottonwood.
It's a nice little town. It's not nearly as big as Tucson, but it feels like it almost has as much stuff there because there's so many restaurants, there's all your major stores, lots of things that you wouldn't expect to see in a small town.
And I mean, it kind of compares to Las Cruces, New Mexico.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's so kind of spread out that you don't feel like you're in
a city.
Yeah. You've had your first week.
First week at Verde Valley Medical Center. It's been great. Everybody's been so helpful and nice, and the patients have been nice. The ratios are great. I'm getting 3 or 4 patients instead of 5 or 6. I don't even know what to do with myself. I do know what to do with myself. I can do better patient care when I have fewer patients.
Which, by the way, if you're interested in any nursing content, don't miss Cindy's channel. It's called Real Life Nursing, and there'll be a link in the description.
And the hospital is small, but it's very well supplied, well staffed. The doctors are very interactive. Everyone is, because it's small, I think everybody pretty much knows everybody, from the environmental services to the cafeteria to everybody knows everybody. So it's sort of like its own little small town, and I've really enjoyed it so far. I won't make any broad predictions about extensions or anything, but it's only been 3 days, but it's been
I mean, her first week is 3 days of work.
But it's been good so far.
And just Cottonwood has been good. I mean, I don't think we've come across one person that wasn't nice. And I mean, we talked about, some of the real superstars that helped us actually get in here in a previous video. But it's just, everybody's so nice.
Felix might have to get rid of his I Hate People t-shirt.
But let's talk about internet access.
It is probably, at least in the top 5 questions that you see on any RV Facebook page, any questionnaire anybody has, is what do you do for Wi-Fi? And there are as many answers as there are questions.
And as I said in the opener, about a year ago, we did a video saying that T-Mobile home internet was the best answer for RV living internet access. And at that time, it was. It absolutely was. Now, we started using T-Mobile when we were in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
We had gone up there I think we were there like 2 months to see Felix's family, his sons, and got to see grandbabies, and his sister lived there, and brother-in-law, so we got to spend some time with them between contracts, and was considering working up there, but it took so long to get a Pennsylvania nursing license, that wasn't feasible.
Yeah.
But it was a place that we could not get any kind of Wi-Fi. We were at a KOA, so there really wasn't any internet access.
We were basically using our phones as hotspots. And it worked when there's data available. It worked fine, but we would rip through that data that was available within a day or 2.
Yeah.
So we were looking for some kind of reliable, unlimited internet access. And T-Mobile was pushing their T-Mobile home internet everywhere.
Yeah. I think it was almost brand new at that time.
And I said, I saw that it was supposed to be only used for whatever your home base was, wherever you signed up for it. And I said, all right, well, we're not going to be able to use that because we're going to Albuquerque soon. So I kind of poo-pooed it, but I said, let's go into a T-Mobile store and see what this is all about. So we did. There was a T-Mobile store not far from that KOA that we were at. Mm-hmm. And as it turns out, we ended up working with the manager of that store. Mm-hmm. And we were open and honest with her.
Mm-hmm. We told them straight up, I'm a travel nurse. We'll be moving from place to place every few months. Is this something that's feasible for us?
And I have a pretty good memory. I will actually quote her as to what she said to us. Don't worry about what's in the terms of service. We don't enforce that. And as a matter of fact, that's going to be getting removed from the terms of service. Mm-hmm. We were like, hallelujah. Hallelujah! Okay, unlimited, unthrottled internet. Sign us up.
It was like $49 a month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that time, it was $49 a month. It ended up being, we're also T-Mobile phone customers, so because of that, we were supposed to be paying $40 a month.
Yeah.
But great. It was great.
You couldn't ask for anything better.
No. So we signed up. We started using it in Allentown at the address we had signed up at, and it was fabulous. And then it was time to leave for Albuquerque. Mm-hmm. And as anybody who's watched this channel for any length of time knows, we don't do more than 4 hours a day travel time. And there were a lot of stops between Allentown and Albuquerque. And T-Mobile worked at every one of them, entirely across the country. And then when we got to Albuquerque, it worked perfectly. And it was a year later before we decided to make that video and say that, yeah, this is the be-all and end-all of your RV internet access.
Yeah, it had worked all the way across the country, so we didn't see any reason after we gave it a year to show us what it could do and different locations, and it was great.
Yeah, there was no sponsorships involved. There was nothing, none of that. Okay, and it wasn't me saying I'm going to ignore the terms of service. Okay, no, it was them telling me. Oh, and also I called customer service for T-Mobile /Sprint at the time and asked them. And they reiterated what the manager in that store had said.
All the stuff that's fallen is not snow.
No.
This is Arizona.
We basically got Arizona falling.
This is, it's what I can only assume is feathers from the cottonwood trees.
Yeah.
It sometimes looks like snow. When the wind blows, it blows off the tree. So we're going to try to ignore it, so hopefully you can too.
So back to T-Mobile, we did the video, and there were a couple of people that commented that they were signing up for it, and so we were not in any way, shape, or form misleading our subscribers. We were
sharing our experience.
Sharing our personal experience. Brings us to today. Now, a year later since that video, and T-Mobile has announced that they will no longer allow T-Mobile home internet to work outside of the area in which you signed up.
Your home address.
This is all beginning on May 8th. What they will be doing is geo fencing the internet modem, the modem. And what that means is that there will be an invisible fence around your modem. If you take it outside of that fence,
It won't work.
it will no longer work.
Apparently, they're not making enough money at T-Mobile.
I guess. I mean, I'm very familiar with geofencing because my drone that I get disparaged about having by some other channels has geofencing in it. It's part of it. If I'm in a national park, for instance, it will not even allow me to take off because it's geofenced. It sees the area that it's in, and it knows that you're not allowed to fly a drone in a national park. Back to T-Mobile, it's now going to know when you're out of your service area. However, T-Mobile has come out with, or will be coming out with, I think as of May 8th also, a new program called T-Mobile Away.
And it's not $49.
No. What it is made specifically for people who travel. RVers, so on and so forth.
Business people.
Yeah. And you can take your internet with you. Right? How great is that? Okay. A specific program, and it's $160 a month. 3 times, more than 3 times, what we were paying for T-Mobile home internet. We have already turned in our T-Mobile modem and canceled the service.
When we got to Tucson, we had some issues with streaming, your upload and download speed.
Oh, the upload speeds became horrendous.
So at some point, you probably know better than I do, we decided to get a local internet company, the one that the RV park used, to come and set up service at our RV spot there because we knew we were going to be there for longer than normal. And so we signed up with them to have their local service, which was fabulous.
That was blazing fast.
But
still not as blazing fast as what we've connected to here.
so we did that in Charlotte. We used a local thing. That was before we had T-Mobile home internet. And then we had used T-Mobile in Albuquerque, in Allentown and Albuquerque. But then when we got to Tucson, we started having issues with being able to stream television.
Generally, the upload and download speeds. Yeah. And I think that had something to do with, the Cactus Country RV Resort is pretty much out in the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
And there are no towers. You can't even look out across the desert and see cell phone towers anywhere. So we decided to go with Cox Communications. And they hooked us up with that and cable TV.
Yeah.
And it was great. Here we have a company called Sparklight, which is actually giving us literally the highest upload and download speeds I've ever had, including in our residence before we went on the road. We're getting just about a gig download and upload speeds of 50 to 60 megabyte.
This makes him a happy camper on editing day when he's doing videos and.
We would go to upload a video when we were still with T-Mobile, and I would start uploading the video and just leave it. And sometimes it once took overnight to actually upload the video to YouTube. Where I woke up the following morning and it was, I think, at 77 or 78% uploaded. Not fun. But for the time being, anyway, we're going to be using whatever local internet service is available to us. We will continue on the search for something that is mobile. I am not going to go with Starlink because, first of all, the upfront costs on that are just ridiculous, and then the monthly costs are just as bad as T-Mobile.
If T-Mobile's service is good and covers everywhere, and their price point comes down a little bit, we might consider going back to them. And if we get somewhere where we can't get local, which I'm not sure where that would be in an RV park, but I'm sure there's some RV parks that don't allow you to get your local cable and stuff. So we would have to decide something at that point, you know, because we have to have some sort of internet to do this channel, to do my channel, we hardly ever watch network TV. We never watch network TV.
We never watch it. We don't currently, I haven't even programmed our TV to the local channels since we got here.
We just don't watch it. It's never really a good quality picture, and we binge things on Hulu and
we stream.
Whatever. Yeah, we stream things.
So yeah, don't go with T-Mobile home internet because it won't work outside of your home, and especially if you're a part-timer who's just going out for vacations and so on and so forth, you're not going to be able to take it with you.
Unless you get the travel thing, and if you can afford to pay $170 a month or $160 a month, hey, more power to you. And
it's not so much that we can't afford it. It's we're connected to cable right now, and I told you the speeds we're getting. It's $77 a month.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not going to double that or almost triple that to pay for much less service.
Yeah. If you know of a service that's really, really, really good and dependable, able to move and travel with us, and around $100 wouldn't be unreasonable, but $100 or less, please let us know. Put some comments down there. Let us know your experience with different things and what areas of the country you've been in that work well.
And there is a couple that we're YouTube friends with, who is using a service called Connectin. I haven't looked into it enough to really recommend it for us or recommend it for you. But if that's something that we end up deciding to go with, I will let you know.
And if you're new to our channel, we have quite a few new subscribers and want to know more about us and how we met. A dude from New York and a girl from North Carolina, how we got together. Watch this video.